Well, hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me again here at Night Trade with Steve. It is Wednesday, April the 8th, I believe it is. Yeah, Wednesday, April the 8th. And we've got just a few minutes before the market opens. I want to go over something with you real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up that an image from last night. This is last night's 2 hour from, the green line is 6 o'clock, the red line is 8 o'clock. And I remember when I was talking, babbling last night, as some would say, and just as we were getting right in here, I said that something must have happened that I thought that, I saw an article talking about how the Marines or the military, U.S. military had landed on Carg Island or whatever. So I was expecting that it would be going down. What I did not know is that they would be signing some kind of a peace agreement or ceasefire, not a peace agreement, but a ceasefire agreement. And as a result, the market took off. And I didn't know that. But either way, I would not have want to change my stop loss. So so I went ahead and marked these up. You remember these. And so that's what was happening last night as the market was going up, almost all night long, but right as you would figure, just up until the time when I decided to log off and go on my merry way. I came back today to get this image because I didn't do it properly last night. And for the next 2 hours, this is what you got. So you had opportunities last night, but a couple of them looked like opportunities, but really weren't. Let's take a look at this first one over here. The market's going to open in a minute, so we're going to move quickly. You see how these wicks are just swinging back and forth? They're not really getting a whole lot of movement. Not sure if I would categorize that as a wobble, but maybe someone might. But I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at these candles here. 1, 2, 3 candles of reversal and a continuation. And we did, and in all of that, we didn't go 25 ticks. So I probably wouldn't take that. But here's the reason I really wouldn't take that. If you look straight down from this entry, go straight down, and you're into the wobble. Not the wobble, but the zero line. So you're going to hit that. Then we go over here and take a look at this second one. 1, 2, 3, reverse and go, but look right down again. You're right on top of the zero line. Not a good decision to take that one. If you did, you pulled back and pulled back on you. So those are, that MACD is something that we want to be thinking about whenever we're talking about taking a trade. Also, this one here, taking it down. Remember that rule that I told you I came across when we're on the 50-yard line? We want to trade up if we are above it, down if we're below it. Right here, we're smack dab on it. No decision, no trade. Come over here, take a look at this. And when we get here, we are bouncing on it. It came right down, pounced on it. Looks like it pulled up. I can't get where it looks like it. Well, maybe lined up. But either way, we're on the zero line. So that's a good reason not to do it. When we get over here, we get a little bit of a run here, and then a reversal and continuation. Take this one. If you go straight down, got plenty of room to trade down based on this. Now this one right here, it isn't looking so good, but I probably would have taken that one anyway. So if you took that one, good on you. Run, reversal, continuation. No, not yet. Another run, reversal, continuation, and you get it. If you took that one, you did okay. And run, reversal, continuation, and then boom, there you go. This one just barely makes it. So if you didn't get in exactly right, you would have missed that one. So for those of you who went for another couple of hours, there you go. So it is currently 6:01, so the market has just opened, and let's see what we have here. We're opening up right smack dab about where we dropped off or finished up at 5 o'clock this evening. So yeah, so we're gonna just kick back, relax, watch this thing go. How'd you do last night? How'd you do? Talk to me. How'd you do last night? Did you practice? Did you do anything, or would you just kind of sit back watching? Did you attempt to trade? Because until you start attempting to trade, until you start entering trades, you're not going to get a feel for what it's like when you do so. And that is most important, that you do that. So get in there. Don't be afraid to. Because really, you should be in simulation mode, trading the live market or downloading historical data if you can't trade the night. If you can't trade at night right now because maybe you have to work, but you can practice for the night market for such a time as whenever you are able to trade it. So you can download historical data and you can practice that 6 p.m. up until about midnight. It really slows down by that time, but you can practice that 6 p.m. onward at any time of the day by simply going to tools while you're in. When you connect, you want to connect to live, have that live connection in Ninja Trader. Go to tools, click on tools, scroll down to what does it say? Historical data. Then I think you go over. I think it says download. Then you click on that, and to the right there will be another window that says historical data. You can select that. Select the market, which is the MNQ 06-26, which takes you to June 26th. We'll update after that at that point in time. However, just go ahead and click on that market, and then just choose the date that you want to download. And I would say download a bunch of them. Or if you want to just every day go back and let's say if you're there. You're practicing today, you might want to download yesterday, and then tomorrow you can download today. And just kind of do it that way if that's what you want to do, so that the days you're practicing are pretty well current. But each day is going to be different. No 2 days are going to be alike. Unfortunately, we don't get do-overs or repeats here, but every day is going to be different. And so it's important that we that we practice, because it feels like sometimes I'm seeing the same things over and over, but there are always slightly differences. You would think that since the market only goes up and down, that only so much can happen, but it just doesn't work that way. They have a way of making this thing really, really tough. So so that's why you want to practice. That's why you want to get good at practicing until such time as you can prove, not to me, not to your mama or your daddy, not to your friend Pookie and Ray Ray, not to Shaniqua and Quanisha, okay? You want to practice until you prove to yourself that you can do this and be profitable at it. And you want to track your results. And I do so with a spreadsheet, daily results, trade after trade after trade. And because until you do that and you're tracking it, you might have one thing, you're going to have a difficult time keeping up with how you're doing. But then secondly, unless you're tracking it, sometimes you're going to be apt to take trades that you, in your mind, you're thinking, well, I wouldn't do this if and when I'm trading, with live ammunition. And all that you're going to be doing when you're doing that is reinforcing bad habits. And you don't want to do that, because anything that you do when you are practicing, I promise you, if you do it over and over again, you're going to find yourself doing it when you're playing around with live ammo. And so that's why they get really, really fired up about guys who are playing around with inert, say, grenades or whatever. Don't do anything with an inert grenade or a dummy grenade that you wouldn't do with a live grenade, because you'll end up doing with the live grenade what you did with a dummy grenade, and we'll all die. We don't want to die. Okay, so looks like we're trying to get a little bit of a run here. If it does run up here, looks like our RSI is going to run up into a resistance. So we'll see how that plays out, because we're running up pretty good right here. And once this candle finishes up here, that RSI is going to be pushing right up around here somewhere. And that's going to, and we still need another candle, right? We need at least one more candle, or bar, whatever you want to call it. But we'll need one more even after that. That'll push us up into resistance. A reversal and then a continuation is going to get us further up in there. So, but we'll see how it plays out. And if we get a blue one here, then it won't matter. So yeah, let me know how things are going with you. I am, even though I'm not wildly successful, I am consistently profitable, and consistently profitable will make me maybe not wildly successful, but reasonably successful over time, because I will be able to increase. Let's see, you're crushing it, blah blah blah. Someone like to comment. Okay, great. But you will, over time I will be more successful, because I'll be able to, as I build my account, to increase my my tick value or my trade values, and that's what I want to do over time. I don't want to throw money at it. I wouldn't suggest that you do. I know you got plenty of money in the bank and it's burning a hole in your pocket, and you want to find some place to put it. This ain't the place. This is the place for moderate to small accounts, where you come and then you build it, unless you have a significant amount of experience. Most people don't have significant amounts of experience at being profitable in trading. And because that is the case, then most people should not, especially when you're taking on a new methodology, start with a large account. So I wouldn't suggest that you come in here and trade $10 account or tick, or even $5, even $3 a tick. Okay, if you're starting. Okay, there is no one to impress by you starting out at at larger amounts. Okay, you're not here to impress me or anyone else. You're here to make money at some point in time. If not today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever it takes to be successful. So we're sort of stuck right now. We're not going anywhere. The market pulled up here and then it's just bouncing around, not doing very much. And I don't want to do this, but I gotta. Okay, so we don't really have anything there. Good. We don't want to see any 25 tick candles over there. That'll scare me. I don't want to see that again, because when that starts, it gets to be a bit of a problem. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kick back. We're going to relax and wait for this thing to give us something. Until such time, we're going to pause this thing and I'll be right back. Okay, a little bit of a setup here. Not a trade opportunity. We did get a little bit of a run here. Actually, a pretty good run. 3 candles, pretty good size one. Plenty of momentum, but we got here and just died out. And you can see that we have no decision and a doji just sitting here, and they're almost exactly 25 ticks. So I went ahead and placed this little region here in my wobble, so that because it just died. And then for it to do it 2 times in a row, well, yeah, I need to take note of that. And I hope that what I don't need to do is this, and take a horizontal line and put up here at the top, right where we died out and we turned around and went back down. I hope that's not what we're going to end up with. But the only way I'm going to know is as this night pushes on. So we'll see where it goes, and we'll keep you updated. Oh yeah, and something else I meant to say is that when we had this run here and then we got these 2 candles here, we lost momentums. And so if even within the proper number of candles, if this goes down and exceeds this reversal candle here, this white one, the bottom of that, I can't take the trade because we lost momentum, one, and then secondly, we're all up in the wobble now. So yeah, so we're kind of stuck here, and that's how nights go. And so we have to be patient, wait our turn, and when it does, if we're in line, we can eat maybe. Okay, and we're back, guys. We got a candle here. Looks like it wants to be a one and done, but it's petering out quite a bit. I'm almost reluctant to take it. We got like 6 seconds left on this candle, and it turned around. I went ahead and put this elbow here, or this right angle here, because I was thinking, well, if you took the trade whenever the MACD down here at the bottom cross, you'd be in at the top of this candle here. But of course, I'm not trading that. I'm waiting for a candle to close above the reversal candle, which is this blue candle here. The white candle seems to be petering out, and yeah, so it's having a little bit of a tough time getting beyond that. But we've got 34 seconds left, so let's see what goes on. And we're looking better now. Don't go too far. Don't go run way up here on me, candle. Okay, stay down here. Right? You want to run up here? Wait till I get in. Okay. Don't do it before I get in, okay? I put this elbow over here, or this right angle over here, because I didn't take that trade because I felt like we were in a wobble there, but then I decided, maybe it's not a wobble. But we'll see when we get back up there. We got 6 seconds left on this candle. 3, 2, and 1. We'll get in right here, and let's see what happens. I'll put that there. We'll put this here. And we're just gonna, let it play out and see where it goes. Hope it goes the right way. Doesn't look like it's doing it right now, but you never know. We just have to see where it goes. There we go. Alrighty, got ourselves a win. Figured I'd just sit quietly during that one. You guys probably hear me talk enough. So there we go. We got one tonight so far. And like I say, one day, all I'm ever going to need is one trade. Because I'm going to be trading for like $20 a tick, and that would be a $400 trade. Tonight, it is not. We're still trading at $1 a tick. But I think I figured out something here, and so I just go with that and let it build slowly. Let it build slowly, maybe next month I'll be at $2 a tick. We'll see. Maybe I stick around at one and really grow it up, because I want to be able to trade and have a loss not be more than maybe 1% or 2% of my account balance, right? And that way I'm managing my I'm managing my losses, more conservatively and responsibly, and not not just throwing stuff away or just throwing money at it. So I don't, let's say if you have $1,000 balance, and you make a trade and you lose, say, 25, maybe $50. Okay, you don't want to lose 25 or $50. That does matter, but it doesn't matter as much, because it's not as large a percentage of your account balance. And so that's my thinking, okay? And everyone talks about, managing your risk, and that's what you want to do. You want to manage that. So looks like we're pushing back now. Now we have the MACD approaching the 0 line, but remember the MACD is one tick behind what you're seeing up here. Okay, so there it goes. So this pushback you see is a result of where the MACD is right now. Okay, but even still, it can still push back a little bit further. We do have a situation, looks like it's wanting to give us another trade entry. We'll see where that takes us. If it's a one and done, I might do it. We do have a little something. I did have that wobble here. You know what? I'm going to put it back because we got right up there and turn right around. I don't need to take that for granted. So we're going to make a 25 tick wobble over here. Boop. And where did I have that? Right here. Right there. So I took that trade going into the wobble. And the only thing about that is that since my trade is only 25 ticks, had I, that doesn't seem right. If that's 25 ticks, that should be down here. Anyway, I'll look at that later. But since my trade's only 25 ticks, I figured I could make it to the other side of the wobble, even if it were there. Remember a couple of times. Let's see. Yeah, I think a couple of times that you guys have been with me that on one occasion I didn't take it, and it stopped right below the wobble, and that was the entry, and it went right up to the top of it, and so that trade would have won. That was, I think, last Wednesday, and then I think on Thursday or Sunday or somewhere thereabouts, I took one right at the wobble and it completed. I think that's how it played out, but even still, when you get in there, it's always a little bit. I'm always a little bit apprehensive, but look at what's happening now that we're at the 0 line in the MACD, right? And so it's bringing us all the way back, and we still have to get this signal line up to the MACD, the blue one. Okay, it's got to get up there because there's going to be some adverse reactions when it gets up there. The MACD is flattening out, and it will be a shame if the blue line gets up there and flattens out as well, and they just begin to wrap themselves around this thing. But at least we got one trade in, and that's always a good thing. Kind of wish that. Well, I can't say I wish I had taken this one because I got to stick to my guns. And now that I put the wobble back there, then that just means, I wasn't supposed to take this. Although if you took it and you got that win, God bless you. You got that. You pat yourself on the back. And then, did you do anything with this? Anyway, so we're going to just kick back, relax, and see what happens next. Okay, so my dad used to have a saying that God takes care of all babies and fools. Well, I'm 65 years old, so I'm hardly a baby. Maybe I just did something a little bit foolish, but just as I clicked to pause the recording, I realized that entry was not a proper entry. Okay, I did not have Three. I did not have a three a run. I only had two here. How did I miss? How did I sit there that whole time and not notice that and enter it? And so yeah, foolish move. Worked out, and I can't give it back. They got to give me the money, so I can't give it back because it wasn't the proper entry. But it worked out just the same. So look as the signal line's coming up here. We're still pushing backward, and the MACD is rolling over. So yeah. Now, as this MACD rolls over, we have an obvious run here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count them, Steve. Okay, like I didn't count them over here, right? Count them so that you see that you have 4. And this one's a little bit of a doji, all right? But we're coming out of the wobble. Okay, so if this comes up, and even if it's a one and done, I can't take it. I don't take even one and dones when I'm fooling with the wobble because, things just don't work out so well. So I've really got to get down here before I can, I've got to have this one closed blue, the candle we're on closed blue, then another one closed blue, then a reversal, and then a continuation. Because I don't play with the wobble, okay? So we got something that looks like it might be a trade entry that's setting up, and I'm telling you off the rip, I'm not taking it, all right? So we got a run here, but it's coming through the wobble, right? And then we have a no decision and a doji, followed by a reversal candle. That just tells me that we might not be going down anymore. So I'm telling you this in real time as I'm watching it, not waiting until it's over to come back and tell you what I was thinking, because then you can say, well, you can say that. I mean, because everybody's hindsight is 20/20, right? So I'm telling you this in real time. This is not a trade that I would take, for a couple of reasons. Again, we are in the wobble. This candle, the third candle, the second candle, and the first candle. Counting back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is nice. It's nice to have those too. But these are the 3 candles that are the most important. And this one right here, the center candle, there's number 2 candle. There's not much momentum there at all anyway. So you're in the wobble. This right here, it looks like it wicks back into the wobble. The third candle pulls back, plays around in there, and then comes on down. Okay, so those are 3 reasons why I'm not going to take it. You got a no decision, doji, and then a reversal. All right, so it's acting like it wants to pull down. Our MACD is flattening out. We are below the 50-yard line as far as the RSI is concerned. So we're looking at that as we continue to gauge whether or not it is an effective indicator on the RSI for us. I don't want to add any more indicators. If anything, I'd like to get rid of the MACD and use this 50-yard line on the RSI at some point down the road. So I'd have less on the screen, because I want to get rid of as much as I can, right? And like I said, when I was looking at making these trades and whether or not they might be successful, I was doing so without the wobble. I was just looking at, run, reversal, continuation, run, reversal, continuation. Only thing I considered was resistance and support. Didn't matter how high or low I was, as long as I felt like, there's a little bit of room left. If I got like a little bit there, a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom, so I could, finish the trade without going, hopefully below the yellow line, that is resistance and support. The 50-yard line was not there at the time. Again, we're still flat here, and it'll probably just, bottom out and come right on down without me being in it. And if this was a trade that I would be taking, would I be in this now? Let's do this. Spread that out a little bit. Yeah, you would enter there. That one closed just below it, so you'd be in the trade already right about there. But yeah, I'm not taking that. So if you did and it worked out for you, good for you. It's just not one that I take with my conservative style of trading. I want to, I say conservative, and I just went up here and took this trade, and I didn't even have a proper entry, right, or a proper setup, right? But hey, mistakes happen. But yeah, so I look for things to look the proper way, and because we petered out here, that just leaves me feeling like, maybe I should stand back, fall back, let it play out, and see what happens. Let's give it another minute or so, see where it goes. One thing's for sure though, with this trade, it's been positive, for the most part. As long as it's below the green line, you would have positive numbers in the little window over here where it shows you your stop loss and take profit. Had to pause the video real quick. Somebody went riding by. And if you know anything about the Dominican Republic and some places, even in Central America, South America, Caribbean, they like to play their music for the country. Okay, so their music will be loud enough so that everybody can hear it, like 2 blocks over sometimes. And sometimes they have, and so I had to turn it down or pause it just to kill that, because I didn't know if that music might be copywritten, and then the whole darn thing might get kicked out. They have a way that you can mute just the music when that happens. I don't but I don't want to go through all that, so I just just pause it. Could have hit the mute button, but either way. So now we will be negative, but it looks like it's bouncing off of the EMA here. Bouncing off the EMA to go up, bouncing off of it to go down. And it looks like it's just going up there and pushing back again and again and again, and maybe again here. But if you're in the trade, right now you're negative, and we can bring this over here while we're just watching this. And we'll see if my decision was the right one. But it does look like we've run out of steam, because we've just traded sideways, and even when it tried to push down, it didn't go down very far, and now it's on its way back up. And now it's as much negative as it was positive just a couple minutes ago. So let's see if this continues. And even though it's way up here, it could still go another tick or two, negative, and then still turn around and come right back down. If it comes back down and give me a 3-tick or a 3-candle run or a reversal and a continuation, I'd be happy to take it then. Thank you very much. Wow, this is a 6-minute trade. I hate trades that last that long. I like for them to last a minute or two, maybe 3 minutes, 4 tops. But once you get past 4 or 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, come on. Either give me a win or a loss. Put me out of my misery if I'm going to lose, or give me a win and let me celebrate and go on about my business. I think we're going up here. So and I could be wrong. It depends on how this one closes. If this one closes above the EMA, sometimes what you'll have is you'll just have a situation where it's done all it's going to do below the EMA. It comes up here and bounces off of it, and then it starts going up. But we'll see. Right now we're sitting right about here at the bottom. Showed that, but we're sitting right here now. Oh, down here. This is where the price action is. Oh, pull down. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. You guys might have a win here if you got in here. But you're probably saying, this one, if you took this trade, you're probably wondering why it's so hard for you to win. And I would say that is because you lost momentum here. You had nice momentum here, and then it just died out. When you got those, these 2 candles here, it's 2 minutes, it just died out. And that was the end of it. But it could still happen. It could still happen. So let's see. Oh, and again, we like to have our MACD to be open when we enter a trade if we can, like here or here. Like if I had taken this one over here, the MACD was open. When this entry occurred, the MACD was pretty much closed. Okay, didn't have much of an angle. And even if they're this close together, if they're angling down, but here it was already, if you look at this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, before the entry occurred, the MACD was flat. Going back to before the reversal candle, and then this is the actual full reversal, and then these 4 candles here, it's flat the entire time. Okay, which tells me that in this case, we don't have any direction in the market right now. And so people are consolidating right here, chopping it up, talking about it, figuring out what they want to do. And if and when they ever decide they're going to go up or down. And really, I can't tell because we've not gone anywhere. If you look, the market opened right here, okay? The bottom of this wobble, that's the market open. And so we haven't gone anywhere all night, right? So, and that's fine. If we're going to go between this top and maybe this bottom down here, but we're going to get some range in between, then we can get some possibilities in there, right? But right now, we just don't have anything. So maybe it's going to turn up, maybe it's going to turn down. Don't know. We'll see. There it goes. There's a loss. So that's the end of that. So if you took that one, I would say that this wobble would be a problem for you, and this these no decision candles, sideways movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes before you enter the trade on the 6 minute, and all of this flat movement here, that would indicate that you're just not going anywhere. I mean, it's not that it couldn't win. I mean, it went back this way 25 ticks, but it could, there's not much. It's going to go one way or another eventually, but you want it to go the way you want it to go based on the momentum that you're trying to trade, right? A surfer, if he's looking to, catch a wave, essentially what we're looking to do here, catch a wave. He's not looking for still waters. He's looking for, like a wave that's building, that's surging, and he gets in and he rides it for a little while. That's kind of what we want to do, right? And now we have a little bit of a run here, something that might be a reversal. I don't really trust it because we're still in this mess here. That would be unfortunate. Maybe it's not. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, by the way, who's trading the MACD tonight? Who's trading the MACD? Because if you're trading the MACD, it'd be tough to trade. Let's see, if you could have taken it here when it crossed down here. Let's see. Well, that would be a toughie right there because you would have entered right about here, right in here somewhere. And then it reversed quite a bit. But it may not be a loss if you traded that. No, that's a loss, unfortunately. Okay, so then you got in and then it reversed and came down. Oh, we looked at that already. Then we're going up because once you get knocked out, I don't know if you just jump right back in. Depends on how daring you are. I don't like this over here. And then it traded up right here. It crossed on this candle here. And that's enough. That's a good win right there for you. See if it pulled back. And there's your win. Going up from here. Okay, because this is the candle that crossed and closed above the EMA after we had a cross of the MACD. You got to have both of those. And once that happens, it pulls back to within like a tick or so. But then you go on up for the good win. Okay. So if you're trading the MACD, you gotta if you're taking every one, then you got a loss and a win. Why would you not take this one? Because you ran out of steam. Okay, on these two candles. First of all, on this one, but it looks like you got quite a bit of steam coming down, rushing down here, and you might say, well, it's going to keep going. But a lot of times when you get those no decisions, that means you're petering out. You're not going anywhere right now. I don't like this right here. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. First of all, we've been trading sideways for quite a bit. I mean, our MACD's open up a little bit, but the MACD and signal looks like they're trying to get up to the zero line, right? But even though we pulled up here, we're right back down here again, and we're right back in this suit. So I don't really like this. I'll leave that entry line there, or that that reversal line there, if somebody wants to look at it. But I'm not taking that trade. Just not going to do it. I don't know if you've noticed something, but the last few nights that I've been trading from 6 to 8, even though the past several months have been quite generous, the last few nights have been just awful, right? And then from 8 to 10, it's been, we've had good movement in the market, ranging pretty good, candles spreading out, giving you options. Like last night, we had there was like 5 opportunities. 2 of them that you would not have taken if you're watching the MACD, because the MACD was on the 0 line, looks like to me. And then you had 3 that went just fine toward the last hour or so if you had traded just those 2 hours. So if you move over to trade 8 to 10, might not be a bad idea. I'm not going to do it because sometimes I get what I want, sometimes I don't. But so I don't see any reason to, just because of what's happened over the past week or 10 days, that I'm gonna just switch up the whole game. Just like last night, I wasn't going to switch up my stop loss because it looked like I needed to have like a 75 tick stop loss. Well, who's going to triple their stop loss because of one night? Okay. I mean, I guess you can. You want to just, you're calling an audible, so okay, because what the defense is doing, you're mixing things up. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with my guns and continue to because it's worked so far. So let's see, where's that going? Right there. Is that candle going to stop right there? But yeah, so I'm not going to change because something's not working for a couple of days. Now, if it goes on this way for months and months, I'm going to be like, okay, we got to do something here. Okay. Move this out of the way. And another reason to not take this trade, look at how far your reversal is coming down. Well, you got 2, 4, that's a 6 candle anyway, but that's the beginning of your run right there. And your reversals came down and tagged it once, twice, 3 times. No reason to take this going up. No reason, no good reason that I can think of. As a matter of fact, we might have a problem here, because this is right at 25 ticks. Can't seem to find it in there exactly anywhere right now, but this ain't feeling so good, if I'm being honest. So we'll just be patient on this one. Top to bottom of that wick right there is 25 ticks. Okay. So we have another setup coming here that I'm not going to take. Okay, you probably think, hey man, you don't take no trades. Well, when I see a barrier or a brick wall, I try not to run right into it. And so when we were coming down here before, we pulled back and we tapped this one. I moved the wobble down here because this felt like more of a wobble than this up here. This feels like a brick wall, right? And we've seen this before, right? Over the past several nights, right? It'll pull up and bounce off of it and tap it again and again and then again. And so if we do it here, here, and here, I don't have any faith that we're going to come right back up and then come crashing through. Now, there's going to be a point where maybe it breaks out. That's what that's called, where this is sort of a breakout candle here too, where we, kind of bounced off of, you look at the top of this long candle here and then over here, and then it finally breaks out. But if you don't know when it's going to break out, then you don't just come hopping in here at any point, right? Because it could pull up and down and do this for another 45 minutes to an hour. Anyway, so since we don't know when this is going to break out, we're not going to just enter a trade just because it comes up, peeps up a little bit, because then it turns around and goes right back down. Like all of these are right. Well, this one, you might have taken this one, right? If it were the proper setup, and it's just above where this brick wall is, but it comes back far enough to take you out of the trade and make you regret everything that you just did, right? So we don't do those. I don't do those. I try to, and I say I try not to say we too much, because I don't want you to think that I'm telling you what to do. I'm just, sharing with you what I do, because this is by far not financial advice, right? All of these decisions that I make are solely my own, and so you need to practice and become proficient at making decisions for yourself before you go taking the advice of some Yahoo on YouTube. Okay, I mean, yeah, I have all the best intentions, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be right enough for you to realize your goals. You need to put forth some effort and get right in there. But anyway, so yeah, it's demonstrating to us that it's not going anywhere right now. And so if what do you got? 1, 2, 3, fourth candle. So if the fifth candle goes through and you took that and it worked out for you, you took it without me. Okay, but that's okay. Well, you know something I just noticed? When these candles are playing around up here, we're right about on the MACD. Now when that long candle, the long white one came up, we were quite a little bit above it, but enough, I think, to be affected by it. Although everyone says it's not affected. Price action is not affected by the zero line on the MACD. But then as we tap it, we're pulling down quite a bit. So just thought it was something I would bring to your attention. Tough decisions. Okay, so this is when it gets tough. It's bouncing off of this wall up here, slamming into it. Then we get a little bit of a run, a nice candle there, a reversal. This one was looking like it was going to close and be a one and done. And then we got one here that's looking like it might push up. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't feel that good about it, Did you take this trade? We got 28 seconds to make a decision here. Did you take this trade? Because it's stretching on out there, and maybe I pass on this one and don't get another opportunity tonight. But with it constantly going back below this wall right here, I need something better for my money, because I don't play with money, right? I want to work with money. I want to build something with money. I don't want to take chances with money. Candle over. Let's see where it goes from here. And it's going up. Wouldn't you know it, since I passed on that one? Did you take this? Did you take this? And tell me now, how did it work out? Raise your hand if you took this trade, right? Because there it is right there, right? That's it. I'm putting this here just so that we can see this as it plays itself out. Now it did peak up all the way here on this wick here before it fell back. And we have a little bit of a doji there, so not much happening here. I was going to say, but if we had a pretty good sized candle here, then a good sized candle, then another white candle, then a blue candle, then I would take it on from there. I don't mind running into the top, but still something you have to be concerned about. But yeah, I'm not taking that trade. And just because it's negative right now doesn't mean it's going to lose. As a matter of fact, it could just be coming back to do a back test of this brick wall right here. It pulls up, comes back, taps it, and then goes on up. So let's see what happens with this candle here. I think this is a key candle right here that we're on. If it's going to stay above it, because it's already tapped it. Like I say, it could be a back test. It's been resistance for a minute, and then if it wants to pull up above it and then treat it as support and bounce off and go up, then you might have yourself a win. I've been pretty successful this week posting these things by 9:30, at 9:30, somewhere thereabouts. Last week, it was taking me until like midnight to get the thing processed and get it up for you guys. I like to do that as quickly as I can, so it doesn't look like I'm posting it like a day or so later. Okay, it didn't work out. A good decision. A day or so later, where someone can just do playback and pretend that they actually are trading and winning, right? Because if I was doing this in playback, I would have taken this one, okay? And probably, and say, well, you know what? I'm going to trade the MACD too, and hop in the MACD and take it here. Hop in the MACD again, take it over here. Pretend you're making all these great decisions, but you can take a screenshot of this thing, and then look real good, and on the internet. Okay, we all can look good on the internet, but real life, finds us out. But yeah, I didn't take that, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm not feeling good about it because I like to get out of this funk, right? Because here we are again between this brick wall and, as we used to would say, between the devil and the deep blue sea, right? That's what we're in between right now. and we've been there since 619. My goodness, man, it's been this way, you know. I wish they'd do something else good and make the market run up again before the night's over, you know. Call another ceasefire. Can we do two ceasefires, one right after the other one? I think they called off the ceasefire today, so at some point, you know, Israel wasn't playing around. They wanted to keep it going, so they started firing on Lebanon. But anyway, hopefully we can get something going, but we don't have anything going right now. We're stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea, and we'll just have to kick back, relax, and see what comes. So I'm still here. Are you? So I'm beginning to think that maybe I should stop recording my sessions, because since I started this, it has been just grueling, these 2 hours. And then after I shut it down, I'm going to shut it down in a few minutes. Then all of a sudden, you know, things will start working out again. And if you're trading from 8 to 10, maybe you'll have more opportunities than me. But what we had tonight was one that I missed here. I passed on that one. And then one that I got in where I should not have gotten in, but it gave me the win anyway. It came up to the brick wall and demonstrated that the wall's for real. Everybody hits the wall at some point, and this hit it once, twice, thrice, and a fourth time was the charm, and it finally fell off and rolled back down. But it never really gave us an entry. We never really got any momentum. We got stuck in this funk right here for so long, and it started way back here, and then again here, and then again here. And so it was just, you know, that's an all-nighter, and there's not very much you can do about it. But hey, you know what I want to do? I want to thank you guys for being here, because it is always my pleasure to have you join me here. Hopefully, you know, this thing will loosen up in time. It's like we're kind of constipated, okay, in our trading. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to bring it back over here. I want to show you something before this thing closes out, or before I close out. As you can see over here, we're getting what looks like a little bit of a run, right? Right? See that? Looks like we're getting a little bit of a run, but not really, because I'm not taking that. Why? Because we started out in the wobble. We came down here, we pulled back, tapped the wobble again, and then looks like we got a blue candle that might come down here and go beyond that, but not too worried, because yours truly will not be trading it. And then, by the way, I did add this low line down here. This was the so far the market low for the night. So that's everything, guys, for April the 8th. Again, as I said before, I just want to thank you for joining me and being here. We'll continue to do this, and hopefully things will loosen up. And whenever it does, I'll be here to talk about it. All right, thanks, guys. Happy trading. See you next time.